Well, good morning, everybody. Jeff Slakey here from the Daybreak Show. Once again, got Eric Smith in studio from E&C Music Factory, and the Highway 101 Wine Mixer will be here before you know it, July 21st. It's a Saturday, all day, Sanderson Field at the Port of Shelton. How are you?
Busy,
I imagined so. Tell me a little bit about what's been going on. First things first, for folks who may not somehow have heard about the wine mixer. Tell me a little bit about this. Who are the bands that are coming, and then we'll get into some more of the details.
We've got the international sensation Everclear coming here. I mean,
they are worldwide phenomena.
Yeah. I mean, for wine crowd, if you think about it, these are the things that I look at when I'm going to be bringing a band to a town.
Yeah.
The relevance. We've got a lot of other things other kind of festivals that we want to bring here that have a little bit more twang to them. Wink, wink. This particular one, I have coworkers that I work with that are in their mid-50s. They love Everclear. Mm-hmm. There's kids that are in their 20s and younger, and there's young kids that would have no way to know about Everclear unless they've listened to their parents playing it or whatever. So to have them come here and really get out in front of everybody that happens to be their fan and plus their children, that's pretty awesome.
That's what I want to talk about today on this one. So we all know that a lot of us now who listen to Everclear and the other great bands growing up probably now have kids, and we would like them to be a part of this experience.
Absolutely.
So talk to me about, I've seen on the website and I've seen on your Facebook page that there is camping going on.
Absolutely.
So whole family, bring them down, right?
Bring the whole family, yeah.
What's going to be there for the kids to do?
We've got some great activities. First off, we have 12 acres to let the kids run around in, minus the area that will be fenced off.
For those over 20.
That'll be fenced off for the big kids.
Sure.
But we have Cabela's coming in. They are going to be bringing a BB gun bow and arrow range. They've got all kinds of youth sportsman's activities to having kids. I have 18-month-old boy-girl twins myself.
Wow.
So everything is family involved.
Sure.
People have asked, are you going to do one that's not family friendly? Probably not for a little while, but we'll see how this one goes for sure. But I mean, we wanted to be able to have an event where you could bring your family and you could come and not have to go to the other side of the state or go up and drive through traffic or whatever. We want to be able to keep it all right here.
One of the great things about the Port of Shelton and Sanderson Field, as Shelton folks in Mason County, Thurston County, some know, it is about an hour and a half from Seattle, a little bit more than an hour and a half to Portland, a little less than an hour and a half to the ocean, a little more than an hour and a half to the mountains. I mean, we are smack dab in the middle of just a great area, and this lends itself nicely to a music festival.
It absolutely does. I mean, we're an area, and we are a population of people that absolutely need this. We're not the big booming lumber town that we're proud to be of. Mm-hmm. We have that awesome heritage. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited to be a part of that heritage. Teaming up with Christmas Town Kiwanis, I think I said it in the last interview, going down to the Christmas, doing the parade. Mm-hmm. I think of all the different activities that were involved with that. So to have that organization stepping up and hosting the wine and beer and have the profits. You got to think about, if you're going to go and see, you're going to go and see, it could be a country singer that's playing in Tacoma that night, I think. I don't know where he's playing, but you could go to that. And when you go there, you're going to give your money to the performer. He's going to get your money, and then you're going to give your money for your beer and wine, and that's going to go right to the venue.
Yeah.
When you come to our event, you're going to do the same thing, except that money that you're going to drink, you're going to take that money, you're going to buy that beer and wine. That money's going to go directly right back into our community. It's going to directly affect our youth.
That's the other thing too. A lot of folks, and rightly so in some instances, are leery of the out-of-towner, maybe the snake oil salesman that comes and they promise the world and deliver not much. You're from
the
here.
Potions. Yeah, well, I've got the potions. We've got the, yeah.
Oh, so they're going to be potions? No.
No
What
potions.
I'm saying is you're from here. I mean, you grew up here.
Absolutely.
And you have ties to the community. You're a high climber through and through.
Yeah.
And
Class of 95.
And that's something else that you have decided to, now with your breadth of knowledge and your Rolodex of bands and things like that, you're deciding to bring it back to your own local community?
Yeah, I mean, when you're out, and I traveled for 15 plus years, driving, I toured with Bob Dylan and the Beastie Boys and the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band and the Doobie Brothers. And I mean, I have a list, a long, and I try to be really, really humble. A lot of people that know I did that. They'd like to hear the stories, and I'm happy to share when I can. But it gets very self-indulgent. So,
sure.
But what I have is this knowledge up in my head, this roadmap of all these places I've been, all the different things that I've seen. And one thing I really didn't get a chance to do because I respected the artists that I was traveling with. A lot of times I just didn't share a lot of it. People would ask, who I was driving, and I just had to respect their privacy a lot of the times.
Of course.
That, and if I'm coming through town, then you get hit up with tickets, and I don't have the time sometimes to just to sleep and get on the road again was important. But I want to now. It's like now that I'm here, and now that I have a family, and now that I have my roots back here, and that's one of the things you were saying is people, are you an out of towner? I left for 15 years, but in order for me to be able to do what I'm doing now and what I want to bring to this town, I had to go and do that. And I just see it. I see exactly what we have to offer here, and it's you could not have hit it more on the nose. We are in a perfect spot for it. We have the Hood Canal right here. Mm-hmm. We've got tremendous opportunities and tremendous space to do things like this and to better our community by doing it, by partnering with these different organizations. And then if you're able to do this and be able to directly benefit your youth. You may not like Everclear. This may not be, you may not like the bill. You may be somebody that really wants to come and do honky tonk or whatever. I promise you, if you come and support this one, we will bring your band next.
Yeah, it helps. It all builds on
Absolutely.
everything.
Absolutely. And there really is something for everybody on this one. We've got a little bit of everything. Bluegrass.
So, talk to us. We mentioned Everclear, of course.
Handpicked. Everybody's been handpicked.
Who were some of the other ones?
The Aquanettes are, if you like 80s music, and we have, new wave. I mean, 80s covers such a big thing. These guys play it all.
Okay.
I mean, they play all different kinds of 80s. They dress up. They're so much fun. They're dancing. They have all different kinds of props. The Sunset Grooves are a yacht rock. This is sort of not a new genre because the genre's been there for a long time. It's a lot of easy listening 70s music. Little River Band, Orleans, Ambrosia, Rod Stewart, some really music that my parents listened to.
Yeah.
That has been sort of deemed what they call yacht rock. Christopher Cross, Sailing, things that are just kind of cheesy-ish, a little on the cheesier side,
but that everybody knows.
Everybody knows it.
Sure,
everybody knows it, and they're fantastic. So they've got their videos.
Fun.
We've got a band from Pocatello, Idaho, called Legends Fade, which is a rock band. So if you're really into some good commercial newer style rock, they're a great band. We've got the Ole Mountain Boys out of Olympia, Washington, that are bluegrass, that are fantastic. So if you're that guy that's this sounds like a bunch of rock, I don't want to. Trust me, we've got more. Yeah, we've got our bases covered. Last weekend I was in Idaho checking out Ginger and the Gents, who we signed pretty early on. I'm really, really excited to have them come here to Shelton. They killed it on stage. Super high energy, a lot of fun. And then we've got Merchant Mariner. They're a band out of Seattle, sort of Celtic rock, so a little bit of Irish vibe to it. If you're familiar with like your Flogging Mollies or your Pogues and things like that. So some storytelling involved there.
Nice.
And then we've got the fantastic Skyla Cade, which I went out and saw her out in Union at the Robin Hood, and she has got just a beautiful voice and just super talent. And I saw her sitting up there on stage playing a 12-string guitar, and I was just like, we've got to get her.
Yeah.
So real excited. And then Zepparella. So we've got them coming in to support the main support for Everclear right now. They are a all-female Led Zeppelin tribute band, and I urge you to Google them and check them out because they are fantastic. It's not easy to be a really good tribute band, and they hit it across the head. So bring your kids, please. Let them come and see real musicians playing real instruments in an environment that is family friendly, and there's lots of stuff for them to do. And camping. There's family camping as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you can be in a kind of a section area where it's a little quiet.
Yep. We're going to have we have enough room that we're able to fence off the area. So if you wanted to, it's the same price as the regular camping. You just need to let them know that you want to do family camping, and we'll steer you towards that area.
ENCmusicfactory.com, the website there. You can click on the links to the wine mixer, all the other things, including the vendor application, which we didn't get to. But if you are a vendor or you fancy yourself at these types of events with a booth and some wares to sell, definitely get in on the vendor application.
Yeah, our cutoff's coming up soon this week. Friday the 29th is the cutoff. So.
And And so it's the Highway 101 Wine Mixer, July 21st. It's from noon to 11 p.m. It's at the Port of Shelton, Sanderson Field there, where we have done traditionally Oyster Fest every year, so that's how you know where it's going to be.
Yeah.
Lots of great bands, and again, we'll put the links to these in the show notes on this interview, but you're not going to want to miss this one. Local and regional wineries, microbrews, food trucks, of course, as we said, the kids' entertainment area, camping, artisan creations as well.
Some great vendors, some great artists coming in too.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun, a big day, July 21. Get your tickets now, and tell your friends, share this interview on your social media pages, and let them know that there's a big event happening in Shelton on July 21st.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
Thanks a lot, Jeff.